they do this so well? Like, how did they come up with and think of all of these ideas? They are actually so ridiculous. But you know what? We fall for it. We fall for it. But that's okay. That's okay. I want to talk about how the narcissist comes up with all of their gaslighting tactics, like what goes through their mind when they are thinking about how to gaslight, how to lie, how to manipulate, how to control someone. Like, seriously, what is going on? Watch this video because I'm going to explain it. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how the narcissist actually thinks of how to gaslight you, control you, manipulate you. Like, what goes through their mind? Like, how are they doing this? Like, some of them are absolute magicians in like understanding what your buttons are, how to trigger you, what it is that needs to be done to get a certain outcome. Like, they have got a degree in this. I'm gonna talk about this in the video. So, one thing you need to realize about the narcissist is that these people have been doing this for years. Like, I'm literally talking years and years and years. Okay, they've been doing this since childhood, all right? So, to where they are now, like the age of them now, this is like many years, right? So, these people have been studying other people's behavior, facial expressions, and body language. Now, narcissists are hypersensitive to this or hypervigilant, all right? They watch people. They literally study people because their whole existence relies on this. They need to be able to figure you out. They need to be able to understand what makes you tick. The reason for that is because in their mind, the agenda is they've got to be able to control you. They've got to be able to level up, rise above you, and be able to control you so that you conform, that you listen. They've got to be that one step ahead. That is what's going on them in their minds. Right, this isn't some love affair. This isn't some relationship where the two of you meet and you're going to be a team. No. Narcissistic relationships are not about that. They are about you conforming, you listening, and the narcissist controlling you. The reason why they are like this is because of childhood. This is what they have learned since childhood. In their childhood, this is how they were treated. Their parents or their caregiver did exactly this to them. They would tell them what to do. They would tell them what to think. The narcissist realized that they had to change who they are. They weren't accepted who they were as a child. They needed to change because they wanted their parents' unconditional love. So when a child wants their parents' love, this is what every child wants. They want the parents' love, to feel good, to feel accepted, to feel validated. The narcissistic child wouldn't have had that. They would have realized that they have to change who they are. They would have realized that they're not accepted who they are as they are. So they've got to change. And what happens at this point is an emotional breakdown that this child has. That they don't know that they're going through it. They can't articulate and say, oh, I'm having an emotional breakdown. But they do. They break down and they feel awful. And so what they do is, in an attempt to rebuild themselves, they build this exterior. Okay, this is where the ego is formed. They build this exterior for protection. But this ego protects this child so much that it detaches them from reality. So they don't see themselves as everybody else. They actually see themselves as different. Whether that's superior, whether that's better, whether that's never worse off. They never see themselves as worse off. They just see themselves as different. So that's why they then retract into themselves, into this fantasy world, because this is the protection. The fantasy world is the illusion, is the protection. Now, as the saying goes, if you believe it hard enough, it becomes your reality. And that indeed, my friend, is what the narcissistic child does. They really believe this fantasy thinking to be reality. This is never corrected. This is never told that it's wrong or it should be done different. This is never picked up. For some reason, it's never picked up, which is why the narcissistic child then goes on into adulthood and carries on this magical thinking. But what they do, my friends, is affect everyone else around them. That everyone else around them believes and gets drawn into this magical thinking, into this illusion of theirs. They are good enough. They are good. They are wonderful. That's what everyone gets drawn into. And indeed we did. Because we believed the narcissist at the beginning that they were this, they were that. So we got drawn into it, but we saw through it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do not see through this, which is why they carry on being friends or in relationships with these individuals. The narcissist doesn't believe that actually there's anything wrong with them. So when they are gaslighting you and trying to bend your reality so that you live in their world the way that they think, in this magical, fantastical world of theirs, they don't think that there is anything wrong. They think that they are right. But meanwhile, you are questioning yourself. You're thinking, oh my goodness, what is happening? What is going on? This isn't true. You see, the way that the narcissist gaslights is they are chances. If they see an opportunity, they'll take it. It's not that they pre-plan it. What they do is every victim that they have, or every person that comes into their life, they will watch their body language, their facial expressions. They will watch out, try and get information on their triggers. Basically what presses their buttons. That's the kind of information that they will be trying to figure out. This isn't about friendship. This isn't about love. This is what they will be working on, because they know that if they have this information, they will be able to control you. They will be able to gaslight you. So that's what they are looking for. So it's not about that they pre-plan this. They just need to know this information to then be able to manipulate you in the future if they need to, which they probably will. But that is what they do. You see, the thing is, they're like I said before, they're like chances. So if they see an opportunity, they will take it. So if they know what makes you tick or what buttons they need to press, they'll press them, because they know what the outcome will be. They know that how it will make you feel. That's all this is about. That's how they figure you out. That's why they do that. And this is how they manipulate. This is how they get people to do things for them, people to conform, people to believe in them. It takes a specific kind of person to see through it and realize, like, okay, what is this person doing? Like, why are they doing this? Something doesn't feel right here. Why would someone want to do that? You see, that's really how they see it. This is how they behave. You see, in their mind, they think that they're entitled to do that, that they can treat you like that, that they can do this to you. They don't feel on some level that it's wrong, that they are hurting you. They don't have those feelings. They don't have empathy. So it's not like they're seeing it like, oh, I'm hurting you, maybe I shouldn't do that. Or, oh, I'm making you feel a certain way, maybe I shouldn't do it. That does not cross their mind. They don't care about that. As long as it's getting their needs met, as long as they're basically being able to do and get away with what they're doing, then they don't care. It doesn't matter, because they've got what they need from you. It's like us needing water. We need water. If we're really, really thirsty, we'll do anything to get the water. All we need to do is go to the store, even though we can't be bothered, but all we do is we need to go to the store to get that water. And it's kind of that analogy. We need it because it's making us really thirsty, so we're going to need it. And that's the same with the narcissist. They need to be able to control. Their ego does not give them peace, because their ego is saying negative things about them. So in order to die it down, to calm it down, they need to behave in a certain way. Remember, the ego is the protection, is what they base their whole self-narrative on. So if they're not doing what that ego is telling them, you know, that little thing in their ear constantly at them, they are not going to feel good within themselves. They feel really unsettled. Remember, narcissists can't self-soothe, so they've got to control everything. They've got to make everything go their way, which is what will settle that anxiety. And that is the issue here, my friends. They're just chances. That's all they are. They are not looking for anything else but to be able to control you. So if you are someone that is going through this right now, please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below.